listening Chatter. I'm your hostess, Aries.
And I'm your other hostess, Julian.
And today we're going to be talking about Canada's Drag Race Season 2, Episode 3, SCREECH. Exactly. So the divas and the dolls this episode had to put on an overacting short film of SCREECH, which is a spin-off of Scream, but also just like not at all. So it was just the name. So the whole concept was, it was like they're in the workroom, like in Drag Race, going for the crown, and like, but there's a murderer and like getting sabotaged and stuff like that. It was it was interesting to say the least. Yeah, I didn't think it was like horrible, but it just, I don't know, some of the acting challenges for me just like are like so boring, to be honest. Like I'm just like, that's not like what my favorite things to watch in Drag Race are, so.
Yeah. I mean, especially when the acting challenges are like very drawn out. Yeah. And like half or like a quarter of the episode is just that acting.
Well, like I find like the improv challenges are funnier because that's actually like the queens are thinking of things on the spot and it's like more organic. Yeah. But this is like scripted, like, you know, it's just a lot. And I think it's like, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I just think it could have like, I don't care for them, to be honest. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it's a lot, but at the same time, like it's not enough of what I actually want to see. Yeah, I feel that on a spiritual level. I don't know. Yeah, and like honestly, like I didn't have anyone like that. I was like, oh my, you're standing out for me right now. Like, it wasn't like I didn't sit here and I was like, oh my, someone is doing so well, and like I wasn't like enthralled by anything. Like it was just like, it was good. And even the people who were like in the bottom, like I get it, I get why they were in the bottom for sure, but I also like, I wasn't like, oh, like, I don't know, I just was like, okay, like for me it like could have been anyone almost. Like I was like, I know, I don't know, this episode was kind of bleh.
I mean, like the person like that I saw that like that, even as they said, like that did really well was Eve.
Eve 6000.
Yeah, like, but I just feel like with that role though, as like the narrator role, it's kind of like you have the funny lines, you have the most lines. It is almost difficult, but it's almost like it's a given that whoever does that is going to be one of the better ones. Not necessarily,
because Pearl in her season had the narrator line, and she literally was horrible. Yeah. Oh, no, that was the one where RuPaul literally stops it, and RuPaul's there, and it's like, in all of the years of doing this, RuPaul says, in all the years of doing this, I have never seen a car crash like this before. And he's like, you guys should be worried. He literally like says that to them. And I was like, gag.
Okay, well, there you go. So, I mean, so Eve did the best to me, I think.
But I think, for sure, Eve was really good. And like, so like, the tops of the week were Eve. It was funny because like Eve was like good critiques, but I also felt like they were critiquing her like harsher still. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like they were like, I feel like it was like not bad critiques. Yeah. But I think it was like they were good, but it wasn't like, it was good, but like it was like good but do better. And you know what I mean? And it was like, and I'm like, and in my head I'm like, if that's who's in the top 3 for this challenge, I'm like, you can tell it wasn't necessarily like, the there's a lot of amazing performers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly. If that's like their critiques for the person who's the other third in the top 3, I'm like, you know, like,
then you can see that everything was kind of
bleh. And then like, so like Adriana won, Geometric was safe, well, like top safe.
Yeah, top safe. Yeah.
And Gia's was good. I think it was a little,
I mean, she was obviously the first one dead. Yeah. So she had like the shortest time
so
there.
she had to be effective. So and it apparently was. But I also think like, I thought it was like gaggy that I'm forgetting her name now. The Amanda Brugel said that like, almost like how much, because she had the whole talk speech on the main stage, and like Amanda Brugel's like, it's almost like she's performative. Like she literally said like, oh, like the way Gia is like on the main stage seems performative, but then like in the back is like, in like the workroom, it's like authentic. Yeah. And I was like, oh, like, I was like, that was kind of like, that was like a serious moment. Yeah. I was like, okay, like, go on. And like, so Gia was safe, Adriana won, the bombshell. Yeah. Won, and they were good. I don't know, it was like, it was just good.
Yeah,
it was,
honestly,
you know,
like, as you said, like, it was one of those challenges where it was just kind of like, no one did like, wow, you did, like, that was, oh my god, like, you were clear top. It was just kind of, everyone was like, meh. And these are the challenges that I hate. That I'm like, there's never really gonna be like an oh my god. There's always gonna be like a like you did really good.
Yeah, I feel it was that. Yeah, so it was a lot. And let's talk about the bottoms now, because the bottoms were it was Kendall Jenner, Stephanie Prince, and Cynthia Kiss. Okay, so that was like a very gaggy moment for like Kendall and Cynthia. We're like, oh my god, if we have to go against each other, gag-a-roni. And I was like, honestly, it would have been so emotional to watch. But also, I feel like that's gonna happen later in the season. If all of them get far enough, I feel like maybe there might be a moment where two of them are in the bottom and shit might happen and 100%. It's gonna be serious.
This sounds kind of bad, but like I was almost kind of hoping like they were both in the bottom, just because like that would make it super dramatic.
I think that would make good TV.
Yeah,
it would make
100%.
good ass TV. Like seeing like obviously like Brat Pack has been such a thing on the show already, and it's like if this happened, it would be such a moment, because it's like, oh, they're sisters, they're literally drag family. Like
exactly,
it's like they are like friends outside of this competition before for so long. So it's like if this happened. Gag.
And then also too, I feel like it would be like one of those ones where you're like, oh my god, like, you know, which Brat Pack girl's better?
Oh my god.
And everyone's like, oh like,
yeah, you just know people are gonna compare them all. Like,
exactly,
so it's just
exactly.
Like, it's a little crazy.
That would have just like made it like that much more like comparable to be like now they're actually lip syncing like verse each other.
Yeah.
So.
But Kendall was safe. This week, and Cynthia and Stephanie were in the bottom. I think you saw in the challenge, you saw Cynthia actually have like almost a breakdown, and she was like, fuck, and she was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
So that was like, it was sort of like almost inevitable if she didn't turn it out for the episode.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie was like not taking the notes. You know what I mean? Like it was like literally like you could just see they were like the ones that were combative. Like not combative, but like just didn't take it and didn't like make it work.
I feel like they were definitely those people who like they just didn't like when they get a note, they're like, yeah, like I get it, like, and they're like the person who's given the note like this, but they're taking it like this.
Like Stephanie literally said, she was like, oh, like I heard the note, but I'm not gonna take it because I need to stand out. And it was like, no, like it was like you need to like it's like yes, stand out for your moment, but then don't carry it through other people's lines and like things. Like it's just, you know.
Yeah.
So they fought each other, Stephanie and Cynthia, to a Fifi Dobson song, Ghost. And it was actually so fun. I actually had so much fun watching the lip sync, and it was just like, it was a good lip sync. I really appreciate it. And
can we just talk about when Cynthia did the arm thing?
The windmill, it's all over Vancouver drag Twitter right now.
Really?
Not drag, well, Twitter and Instagram. Literally, there's an image of like, yes, if you watch this, Cynthia's arm thing is famous in Vancouver. Yeah. And like Geraldine, my drag sister, she like does like a spoof version of someone. Okay, we're not gonna get into it. But like literally, there's like a montage going over Instagram and Twitter right now of like Cynthia's, Mimi and Mormy's, and Geraldine's literally doing the arm twirl, and it's just like, woo! It's honestly, it's too much. But so Stephanie Prince goes home. And I did not think that was gonna happen, to be honest. Like, I honestly thought both of them could have stayed. Yeah. I thought it was worthy of a double stay, you know? And I was sort of like gagged, but I also just didn't expect Stephanie to go home this early. You know what I mean? Like, I just really didn't.
Yeah, like, cause like with everything that she's been doing, I'm like, I saw her making it to at least like,
I feel like top 6.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like, I want to say, like, at least, like, past Snatch Game, you know? Because, like, obviously they do Snatch Game, like, a little bit, like, before halfway.
I think she would have gone home on Snatch Game.
Yeah?
Which is next episode.
Fair.
No.
So, next, I think we should move on to the looks.
Yeah, let's talk about the fashion. Yeah. Let's wear and tear the looks on the runway.
Literally. And before we get into that, if you like this video, like the video, you know, give her a little like, give us a little thumbs up, give us a little subscribe, and ring that little notification bell, because you want to know the next time we do Wears and Tears, which will be when I'm not gonna tell you, we're not gonna tell you, because you have to ring the notification bell.
Yeah, you have to press the notification bell to get the notification for when the video is uploaded.
Thank you.
Very that.
Anyway,
okay.
So now we are going to get into the outfits and get into our critiques, the correct critiques.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, let's get into the Wears and Tears.
Honestly. What was the runway theme?
The runway theme was
Good Girl Gone Bad. I'm sorry, I stole your thunder. I didn't know we were like, I was like, yeah. So Good Girl Gone Bad on the runway. Let's get into it. Up first is Suki Doll. All right. I actually love this look, this reference. She was saying she was giving like Cambodia, like the girls from Cambodia, China, Vietnam, I think she says. Like, I love the reveal, like the moment going from like that, like she says pious woman, the like a Jesus moment. That's not like a traditional like, oh yeah, I'm like a nun or I'm like a
like
priest.
I'm the Pope or
yeah, like
she that.
It like has that energy, but then it's like it's still her, you know, it's still like her style, which is so iconic, and reveals to this like full body tattoo like.
Yeah, I was like at first too. I was a little bit like confused on kind of what it was, but like the more that I kind of saw of it, I was like,
cool.
I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
You know? Like it like so like I just like it is very like good girl like gone bad, but not in that sort of way that like oh like I'm bad. It's like actually like oh like I'm like that almost like I don't know how to describe, but like I don't like I was gonna say like oh like I'm a slut, but like you know sluts aren't bad. Like
no. I just think it's like she fully is just embracing the sexuality and just her inner whore, which is amazing. I love it though. I just loved her energy on the stage too for this one. Like she just like really was pumping the heel. She looks cunt. I love it. But yeah, I'm gonna wear this look, obviously.
Yeah, honestly 100% aware. Next on the runway, we have Eve 6000. And at first I was like, I don't really like the gray on her. But then I was like, I guess because she's doing like, not old time, but you know, like when like the black and white photos and stuff.
Like a pin-up, black and white something.
Yeah, but then she had like the red as like her like actual like color.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of feeling this, and I like it that her whole body is like stoned. Yeah.
Yeah, she's glistening.
Yeah.
I like the gray too. I like the concept. It's cool.
Yeah.
I love the struggle though with the reveal. That was iconic.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. When she's
just like awkwardly
down the runway. And...
Yeah, it's so true. But yeah, I love the look. I think it's like I don't have much to say about it. I think she looks great. The body looks good. Her makeup, obviously, everything's cute. And again, like I think the outer portion was like nice. I almost feel like that could have been a little zhuzhed up, like the reveal portion. Like it could have had a little bit more like depth or something. But like it's still amazing. She looks stunning.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, all in all, with this look, I think this is definitely a wear.
Yeah, it's a wear 100%.
Yeah. So
up next is Stephanie Prince, and she is giving Dorothy in latex Wizard of Oz moment. Okay. I actually really like this. I do think I get like they're like it's a little basic. I also like the idea too that she didn't come out with a reveal because it's like good girl gone bad. So it's like they're already bad. Yeah. And it's like obviously it's Dorothy and she's a good girl and then like this is just her as a bad girl. And I think that's fun, you know. I do get that it is kind of like giving Halloween costume whatever a little bit, but I still think she looks great. You know?
But I mean, hey, it's a Halloween episode, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, hello.
Yeah, but like, I like, yeah, for me too, I was feeling this as well. When she walked out, like, I get it right away, you know, I was like, that's just like slutty Dorothy. Yeah. So it was like, ooh, like, she's a bad girl. I like it.
It's good.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. So,
yes, it's a wear.
Yeah, it's a wear for me as well.
Go off, Stephanie.
Stephanie Meyer? Not her. Next up, we have Cynthia Kiss. And she is just kind of rocking a...
It's like a gothy punk look. Yeah. I don't know, like, if there was a specific... I don't remember if she said if there was a specific reference or anything, but I, like, get it. Like, it's just, it's just, like, she's giving, like, like, something like that.
The one thing I don't quite understand is, like, I just don't feel like it's really, like, good girl gone bad. I'm just feeling really, like... teen angst.
Like, I think she still looks good. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's hitting the, like, the category super hard for me, but also at the same time, I look at it and I'm like, okay, I do get how it could be here. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm just not getting, like, the full, like,
I feel like this is the girl that's in Degrassi that was, like, the nerd girl, and then she's like, I'm gonna be edgy. One day, I'm gonna change my, like, vibe, and she comes to school in this. I feel like that's the tea.
Okay, anyway. Wow, Cynthia Kiss is a storyline.
That's apparently. I made one up because I don't know if she had one. 100%. But yeah, I'm gonna wear the look. I think it's okay. It's good.
Yeah. I think it's cute. I just found it was nothing super special. I didn't see any, like, again, like, no concept really behind it. It seems here for me, unfortunately. Yeah. Sorry, Synth.
Up next is Geometra.
I literally thought you were gonna say Giagun for some reason.
I wish. No, not that.
No.
Yes, she's giving literally, we talked about this a little bit, but like the concept is like actually a hit, you know, like the idea that she's like this beautiful girl and she's molding, and like it takes the gone bad, like literally it's like, oh, it's gone bad, like it's like food.
Yeah, you're like, Mom, the milk's gone bad.
Yeah, it's like there's like that's the one thing that I think that the concept takes it to another place, which is like actually makes it sickening, you know, instead of just being like what some other girls have done, where it's like the generic.
They're like like I'm a bad girl.
Yeah, like it really like she thought of a concept for this and it's actually stunning. So work.
So kudos.
The one thing is I do want to say I just wish the dress was almost longer. I almost wish it touched the floor. It's fair. Like it goes to the ankle. I don't know if that's just me. I feel like it could have been like a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could have been a little bit more dramatic. Maybe a bigger train or something, just on the dress in general. I get it, it's like simple because there's a lot of like the mold moments on it and stuff. But yeah, I just think it could have been a little,
Yeah, that's fair. I think I actually really do like this look. Yeah. Like, I love it.
Pop off queen.
So, for me, it is 100% wear.
It's a wear. Geometra. #shapes.
Next up on the runway, we have Atheia.
Atheia.
And she goes from nun to devil. And not none, like None, like none as in like none.
The one thing I think I like about this kind of, like not one thing, but you see that all the hands on her are like grabbing at her, you know what I mean? So that's one thing for me that it's like, it's almost like I feel like she's the soul getting pulled down to hell. That it's not like it's not like she is Satan, like she has the horns and shit. You know what I mean? I get it. But I feel like it literally is like she's the spirit, and like there's all these devil hands pulling her into hell.
That's true, and like this is like it's almost like this is her like transition into like the bad. You know?
Transition. Not kidding. No, no, it's like the transition into the bad girl, and it's like obviously she's a bad girl though she's going to hell. So it's like you know, so it's already like. It's a cool idea, and I like this take on it. That's not like literal devil, but I still love the look. It's a wear.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like it's a wear for me too.
Yeah,
100%. Next on the runway, we have. Oh my god! No, that was I was literally about to like. Oh my god! I almost like Kimora Amor, but I'm like, wait.
That's right.
That is her name. Yeah. So next up on the runway is Kimora Amor, and she went from what was her first name?
A priest, like the Pope.
Okay, so priest to succubus.
What is a succubus?
I don't know exactly, but it's like one of those.
Google, what's a succubus?
It's one of those like women that like.
According to Wikipedia, a succubus is a demon or supernatural entity in folklore in female form that appears in dreams to seduce men, usually through sexual activity. According to religious traditions,
okay, Google.
Repeated sexual.
Stop.
Okay, Google, we don't care anymore.
Okay, so a succubus is a whore demon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
Yeah. And honestly, I love that she went to that.
Yeah, I think that's like, I like that it's a different take from going to like, from the nun to devil or whatever, the priest to devil sort of thing. It's like, it's similar to Suki's.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like literally going from like priest to whore instead, or like whatever. Yeah.
So, I'm feeling it. I mean, it's like, I guess, like, with the succubus, there's really no, like, specific look on how it looks, which is why I'm kind of like, I don't really get it. She's just wearing, like, a black bodysuit.
I almost wish she, like, gave a little bit more, like, maybe, like, some sort of BDSM bodysuit with, like, spikes or something that it gave it a little bit of that demonic edge or something. Yeah. Like, instead of it being, like, or a jumpsuit even, you know what I mean? Like, a full, like, latex jumpsuit, or, I don't know, something that, like, just really was like a little bit more like, oh yes, I am like that, or like I don't know, just and like had those things like accessories that pushed it to that next thing. I do like the Pope look on the outside. That was like really nice, and
and see that was what you were saying with Atheia's when you were like, I wish it was looked that.
Just
that
like
was
a little bit more elaborate.
Yeah,
and I know that nuns' looks aren't elaborate, but this is drag, so you're allowed to do that, right?
Yeah, anyone can be elaborate in drag.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, the look is a wear.
That's a wear. That's a wear, right there.
Up next is Kendall Gender, and she has a similar concept to Pythia, I think the closest out of, like, there have been some papacy moments and priest moments, but I think the nun to the devil thing is very similar runway, just different, like, executions. I do want to say I loved Kendall's nun look that had the red, like, things on it.
Yeah.
I do wish she, like, the one thing I didn't like some of the reveals, it was like they walked out and 1 second they ripped it off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I wanted them to, like, walk and then take, like, 5 steps into the middle of the runway and then take it off. So we fully, like, got, like, you can come out as a nun, like, oh, yeah. And then, like, all of a sudden be like, oh, I'm possessed. And, like, rip it off and, like, you know, like, give more of a presentation. I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, I still think the presentation was sickening. Like, it was a good runway for her, like, as in her walk and her energy. I do like this look, though, too. I think it's, like, I don't think it's, like, out of the box. You know what I mean? But I think it's a cute look.
I don't like, yeah, like for me, it looks way too, I'm going trick-or-treating. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that, like, for me,
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the look.
I'm gonna wear the look.
And I'm going to tear it.
Surprise, surprise.
Literally, I was surprised. Next on the runway, we have Adriana, and this Marie Antoinette. And this is bitch phenomenal.
Yeah. I like, again, too, that this isn't, like, a reveal either. It's, like, it literally is just, like, Marie Antoinette, who is, like, a queen. But just gone a little bit sluttier, a little bit more scandalous.
Yeah.
And, like, the details on this are insane. You know what I mean? And it's just, like, I think it's sickening. Like, I don't, like, there's not a lot to say about it. Because, like, literally, like, just looking at, like, even the one thing I love is the like cakes on it, the little stands have the jewels around the thing. Like, that attention to detail for me is, like, insane.
Like, I almost feel like this look is the one she was like, this is going to be a moment.
Yeah.
I do it in the French accent.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how she said it.
It's because she's Marie Antoinette. No, I'm kidding. But no, seriously, like, this is, like, fully, I love it. I just think it's cool. And it's also kind of, like, a funny take as well, because it's campy in a sense. Obviously it's campy, but it's, like, in a sense, because, like, the beheading of, like, Marie Antoinette, and her head is on the platter. And, like, that's, like, an extra little moment, and she's, like, she has the lid, and that's the reveal, is, like, her head's on the platter, which is so sickening, but I love that, too, because she is Marie Antoinette, but her head's already on the chopping block.
Literally.
Adriana, this is a sickening look. You look stunning, and I'm gonna wear it.
Yeah, like, 100%. This one look is, like, a 15 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know? So this is definitely wear.
Yeah. And last up on the runway, we have Isis Couture in an all-yellow moment. Yes, she said it was from a comic book character. I want to know, like, what the direct inspiration was.
Like, I feel like we could Google it. But
I went to her Instagram to see if she, like, said it in the post or whatever, but she didn't. So I'm sort of like, you know, I feel like whatever. She could be Pikachu. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, like, I do like this look. Like, it looks beautiful to me. I like this, like, asymmetrical coat moment. Like, the whole, like, she's like a bunny with, is it a sword? Does she have a sword? Or a bat? It's a bat. Yeah. So, I want to just, I want to know what the whole tea is. But I think it's a good look. But also, I don't know if I necessarily get the reference to Girl Gone Bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, again, it's almost like Cynthia's in a sense where it's like, there probably is, like, a clear the idea that they had, but I'm like, I want to know, like, almost like what it is. And that's the thing too, like, when with a category, you don't want to, like, have to question it, you know what I mean? And that's like, because I like, if it, like, teared people before because it was like a good look, but it didn't, like, meet the, like, criteria for the category.
I want to see, like, a clear, like, yes, okay, that was the good girl that went bad. Yeah. But since she can't say what the character is that it's based off of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Really. And, like, that, like, since, like, the whole character base is the entire look, is the entire part of the challenge. So I'm like, I don't see the part of the challenge.
That's fair.
I just see, like, a girl with the baseball bat.
I still think it's beautiful. I'm gonna tear it, though, because I think I need to stay true to the idea that I had with a few episodes ago, where it was like, it's not hitting the category for me. Like, bluntly and plainly, you know? So, it's a tear.
Yeah, I'm thinking for me, too, like, it's a tear as well. I still
think it's a beautiful look. Like, I would love to own this, like, and, like, perform in this shit. Like, it's stunning, but yeah. Okay, everyone, so it's time for the wear and the tear of the week, okay? Let's start off with the tear. I just want to say, no, I like this look. I just want to say that, like, I wore this look, and I get it, but I just think, like, it's just, I don't think it's the strongest on this runway.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean?
yeah, like out of everyone, because obviously with each like, you know, wear and tear, we're doing it like individually.
Yeah.
But for the entire group of them all,
Yeah, I think it's just it's the one for me that I think was like, oh, like I like it, but yeah, just whatever. But anyway, the tear is going to be Cynthia Kiss. Honestly, I love though that she did say that everything that she brought to Drag Race is done by her and her partner, and I love that. So that makes me like what I see what she's doing. I love that even more because I'm like, this was made by her. Yeah, I love that.
And with that being said, the wear of the week is, thank you, Adriana.
I think that was like evident.
Literally.
Yeah, I think like there's like a few good looks this week, like, but I think like when it comes to like full on moment, Adriana was the moment.
Yeah, like she,
you know,
like she was the one. Like looking at everybody, I'm like, she's the one who just stands out the most because she looks the most. She is like the most drag out of everybody.
I feel that. I think like literally like she's standing out. A lot of the other looks are very, they don't look. They're still like good, but they almost look subdued compared to hers. Yeah. You know? So, but anyway, I think that's everything.
Yeah.
That's everything for this week's episode, okay? And as we said earlier, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, okay? And after you've done all of that, turn on the notification bell. Yes.
Flip the switch.
Flip the switch. Because we want you to come back, and we, you know, you want to come back too. Hopefully. Yeah. All of the above.
Yeah, like you want us in your living room or your bedroom or at work on your phone or like wherever you're watching it, you know?
Exactly.
Wherever you are. Like when it gets posted, you want to know about it.
Whenever, we're meant to be together. Anyway, so stunning. Lovely to see you. All of you. 100%. And we'll hopefully see you next week.
Yeah.
Okay?
In what?
In Indistinct Chatter.
Indistinct Chatter.
Yeah, we'll catch you in Distinct Chatter. Period.
On the flip side.
Bye, everyone.
On the peace side.